Hey everybody, this is Chris with Blue Ice Interactive, and today I want to make a video about an area in Adwords a lot of people don't look at or don't take advantage of, and that's the Dimensions tab up here. If you aren't familiar with what the Dimensions tab is, it's on the far right hand side, and it gives you a lot of data, based on some metrics that you don't typically see within your ad groups and keywords. So I've done a 3-month period here. But I wanted to kind of show you some of the areas that you might want to take a look at, because a lot of times people typically will talk about keywords, negative keywords, your ad copy, landing page, and those are all very, very important. But there's some areas that may be overlooked and some areas that you may be able to take advantage of that not a lot of people actually ever pay that much attention to be quite honest with you. So this is, again, the Dimensions tab, and as you can see, if you click down on the view with the drop down, it gives you a lot of different areas that you can, take a look at. The one that I typically look at the most is the day of the week. Obviously, it has Monday through Sunday. This is a 7-day campaign, so you can tell clicks, impressions, click-through rate. Click-through rate for this campaign is extremely high because it's very, very, very targeted, as well as the cost per click. So I don't want you to see this and go, wow, he's getting a 15% click-through rate. That rarely ever happens unless it's extremely targeted. Click-through rate on this is going to be good for every day, but there may be some places or areas that you see that may not be quite as good. So one of the things I kind of want to point out to you is that the cost per conversion over here and the conversion rate. So we take a look at this and we can see that easily Tuesday does the best for whatever reason. And then if we take a look at it, Thursday has the highest cost per conversion. So, that's something to take a look at. For this particular campaign, there's really not that much of a difference. But you may see that Saturday, for example, has an 8.81 conversion rate. But the cost per conversion was a little bit higher because the cost per click was a little bit higher as well too. Doesn't get as much traffic during that day, but what happens in this industry is a lot of people do research on the Monday through Friday, and then they get serious about taking action on the weekend. So if you go through this and you take a look at it and you see particular days that may not be converting as well as the other ones, you can either pause that day or you can modify it down a bit, or you can try to figure out exactly why it might not be, converting that well on that day. But for whatever you do, you can find ways to save your money or increase your overall ROI. If you drop down a little bit further, again, you're going to see things like time of day, actually day, week, month, that type of thing. Hour of the day is very good as well too. When you're trying to increase your click-through rate, which leads to a little higher quality score, you may have hours of the day that have really low click-through rate and low cost per conversion, so you can go in and make changes based on the information that you see here. They also have top movers, which would be the keywords, geographic. You have areas like New York, which 14.55 based on what we saw previously is pretty high. Cost per conversion. Then you have an area down here like Atlanta, which is relatively low, so you can make decisions based on that. Also actually has physical user locations, which is relatively similar, but a little more data. And then you have things like paid and organic, especially since analytics is not showing your organic traffic now. If you're running a pay-per-click campaign, this will give you the information, not all the keywords, but it will give you some information. Free clicks rarely happens at Google, but it does happen from time to time. And also call details. So if you are using their call tracking within the campaign, then it'll give you the information here as well, so you can make some decisions based on that. So again, the overall target areas that you want to make changes to increase your return on investment, obviously, is keywords, negative keywords, ad creatives, landing pages, things like that. But here's some areas that you can also take a look at, which a lot of people don't use, but can really save you some money and increase your ROI. So go to the Dimensions tab, have a look around, and see if there's anything in there that actually is helpful and you can take advantage of. Until next time, this is Chris with Blue Ice Interactive. Take care.